Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello and welcome to MHF. I hope that everyone enjoyed that. El Ahwa show was absolute fire. Fantastic. I enjoyed that stream, to be honest with you guys. Another stream. Make sure to hit that like button. This is MHF. Forgot to say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, or we said it. I can't remember. But listen, we're here to talk a little bit objective, as I always am. In Al Ahwa, not Al Ahwa, I'm always objective. And I always say my opinion. I'll never change my opinion for anyone. And for the people that don't like it, you can go watch someone else. It's as simple as that. Or you can just wait for the streams that I'm on. And I never said that before until people just really get annoyed sometimes because they don't want to listen. Big up everybody that is here with us. We're here to talk about... Actually, there's some breaking news that happened while we are on Al Ahwa that we didn't speak about in Al Ahwa. That actually Man United are open to sell Marcus Rashford, which is a big deal. Actually, that is the report. They are open to sell Marcus Rashford if he wants to leave. There is the other news that actually Manchester United are leading the race to sign Toney, actually, which is a big deal, I think, for Manchester United. And the Palhinha deal has been... The bid has been rejected by Fulham. Are Bayern Munich willing to meet the demands for Fulham? Should another club in the Premier League like a Liverpool and an Arsenal or Man United jump on the deal? This is what we're here to talk about, because I think Palhinha is a very good... There is another news that I think Newcastle are signing Ferran Torres from Barcelona, which is a good signing for them. That's a massive signing for them. It's a big win for them. I don't have that on the thumbnail, but I think this is something. Big up everybody that wants to support us, that wants to like the video. We're over 200 people here, and people that joined from This Is Football. Make sure to hit that like button. We screamed, we yelled. It's all fun. It's all for the entertainment, and also it's our opinions, by the way. I will never sit and lie on Al Ahwa. I will never sit and lie on MHF. I'll never sit and lie on Footy Judge Moore. Always going to be an honest guy. Always going to be truthful to myself. And if I get it wrong, I'll raise my hand and I say I get it wrong. Husam is the same guy as well, like us. All of us are the same people. But listen, I think we're not going to start where we ended there. I want to start with the Marcus Rashford news for some of the fans. And I want to speak to the people about this Marcus Rashford news, because it's said on the reports that Manchester United are open to sell Marcus Rashford. I'm going to read exactly what it is said on the thing. Marcus Rashford could reportedly leave Manchester United this summer. The Times have claimed that the Red Devils would consider selling the forward. The report suggests that Rashford would leave if he wants to exit. PSG are interested. There is no one else interested. I think that's big news for Manchester United. And based on the reports about Manchester United, before I bring Husam in to talk, before I talk a lot as well, is that are Man United trying to clear the high earners though? Are these reports surfacing because Varane now is linked to leave? Casemiro, there is Sancho, they want to get rid of Sancho. Is Marcus Rashford the next in line of a big earner, and they want to rely on the youth teams and they want to bring in youngsters for Ten Hag to develop? Maybe that is the thing. Should Arsenal go for him? The only problem is that Arsenal will have to break the wage structure at their club to get Marcus Rashford, because he isn't getting a wage cut. Marcus Rashford isn't going to go to Arsenal and earn 200k or 250k. At least will earn 300k, unless Arsenal will work a deal with him. Can he cook at Arsenal? Depending on the price, to be honest. Is it a risk? Is it a risk for Arsenal or not? But listen, I want to speak about it with Husam from a Man United point of view, not from an Arsenal point of view, because this is, at the current moment, this is reported that Man United want to cut the wages at the club. What does it mean for the club? Are they going into another project, restart? That is high earners and all the stuff is something else. And just the first super chat, thank you for supporting. To clarify, Chelsea are the last club to win the major title, bar Manchester City Champions League 2021. Don't talk to me about FA Cups and Carabao Cups. If that's what you mean...
No problem. I won't talk to you about FA Cups and Carabao Cups. That means Arsenal are astronomically bigger than Chelsea because they have 14 leagues. You have 2 UCLs and 6 league titles. So they have 6 titles more than you. So Arsenal are bigger than Chelsea. You have to admit it right now, Jill, no? Or you want to count the others? Let me know so we can decide together. But anyway, carry on. You cannot pick and choose what's a major trophy. Everything is a major trophy bar the Community Shield. Simple as. That's just the fact.
You think the Carabao Cup is a major trophy?
Yes, of course. It's one of the 2 domestic cups. It's a major trophy,
But I
100%.
don't consider them a major
Okay,
trophy.
but me, the difference between me and other people is I don't pick and choose which one's major.
You only count the league and the Champions League. I know that in your heart of hearts, you only count that. The other ones, if your club wins the FA Cup for the next 10 years and don't challenge for the league, you'll be upset with your club.
That doesn't mean it's not a major trophy, but okay.
But that's not my point. Like being
but
a
that
major,
doesn't mean it's not a major trophy.
okay, so Europa League is a major trophy.
Yeah, I agree with you. I literally just said the
Chelsea
only
won
the only trophy that isn't major is Community Shield.
Is the Super Cup major trophy, the European Super Cup?
Yes, of course.
Is the Club World Cup major trophy?
Yes.
So Chelsea won 4 European trophies, 2 Super Cups, 2 Super Cups. So they won 3 as 1 Club World Cup. So that's a lot of trophies then. So remove the FA Cup.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I never deny. Why are you challenging his logic against me as if that's my logic? I think everything is a major trophy besides Community Shield. That's all.
Okay, that's
the one trophy that's like literally you don't even need to win anything to be in it. Arsenal are going to be in it second year in running without winning anything.
Anyway, going to Manchester United and the Marcus Rashford. If that is true, the reports about Marcus Rashford, and we don't know if that is true, is that the right way for Manchester United to clear the high earners and just start with the youth teams and stuff like that? Is that the way that Man United should operate?
Yes, actually, because if a player does not want to stay, then you move them on. It's as simple as that. That's what happened to Liverpool in the middle of having Jurgen Klopp and the team on the ascendancy. Felipe Coutinho came. He was like, "No, I want to leave. No, I don't want to, get rid of. I don't want to play for Liverpool Football Club anymore." And they were like, "Okay, ma salama, see you later." If Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos and all the people in charge at Manchester United want to build a successful formula, they need to send the message loud and clear that no one's bigger than the club, and if anyone wants to leave, we're going to sell him. Simple as that. And there is nothing wrong with selling Rashford or anyone who wants to leave Manchester United, because you cannot build your club that way. You have to build your club without any player power, without any player being bigger than the club. If someone wants to leave, just let him go, open the door, tell him ma'as salama. Simple as that. Now, me personally, from Rashford's perspective, I think he needs a new club. Like, if we're talking perspective, whether it be Arsenal or anyone else, at the end of the day, he needs a new club. He needs a new, a new surrounding, a new environment to work around, something you need to work with. He's not in a position to go again another season at it won't really be helpful. It won't really be helpful to him and his development and his career, to be honest with you. So that's what I'll say. So for me personally, I think he needs that move. He should move to a new club. He should move to a new environment that's probably more conducive to his skill set. And if anyone can make him better, it's Arteta. Now that Klopp is gone, Arteta has shown a track record of improving players. And that's just the reality.
What about Bruno Fernandes then, if that is the case?
Same with Bruno Fernandes, same with everyone. Bro, I'm not going to change my mind, bro. Same with everyone. If you want to leave the football club, go ahead and leave. The only thing that you must guarantee is that you get a suitable replacement. That's it.
I actually think, in my opinion, I agree with you. If anyone, I always hold that place. If anyone wants to leave the club, as long as the club is making enough money for that player, I would let them go. But you have to make enough money. This is the thing. Listen, Manchester United are not in a good place. In my opinion, that's my opinion at the current moment. As a club, they aren't in a good place. Keeping Ten Hag, all these rumors about Casemiro leaving, Varane leaving, and they are leaving as well. Amrabat, they don't know if they're keeping Amrabat. Christian Eriksen is not going to continue with the club, of course, because they didn't renew his contract. There's Marcus Rashford rumors. There is what's his name? There is Bruno Fernandes as well. I think Man United, if they go and get Eze, if they go and get Ivan Toney, I would think the club is moving into the right direction. I doubt that someone like Eze might join Manchester United to work with Ten Hag. That's my doubt about this. I actually think that Ten Hag over the last year ruined his reputation a little bit with players. Maybe Ivan Toney, because I think this guy will go for the money to earn the big wages at Manchester United to improve his deal. But I would not advise Eze to go to Man United unless Erik Ten Hag shows good signs of improvement over the season. Maybe he moves in January or something, Eze. Looking at Marcus Rashford, in my opinion, the options of if Marcus Rashford goes to PSG, he can be a very good player in the French league. But I think his legacy, if he has any at the Premier League, is done, is over. He never built a legacy in the Premier League. This guy will never be looked at as one of the good English players in the history. He never won England anything. He doesn't have records in the Premier League. Marcus Rashford. He's
Oh
gonna leave
yeah, of course. His
someone
legacy is not a great legacy, yani.
He's someone who came to Man United, played, had a good potential, and failed, and left to go to PSG. This is how he's gonna look at, unless he win England something. And looking at the current moment, the guy's not even in the England squad. So that is absolutely something that Marcus Rashford has to look at. If Marcus Rashford wants to cement his place at the English football, he needs to stay at Man United and cook and have a good season, couple of good seasons. Whoever is the manager is Marcus Rashford is Marcus Rashford. Unless you're going to a big, like, I don't think anybody is building a legacy at PSG. You winning the Ligue 10 times in a row doesn't build a legacy for you. It just doesn't. Nobody cares, bro. Unless you do something for your national team. Mbappe's legacy isn't him winning the league with PSG. People say he's a failure because he hasn't won the Champions League with PSG, but they look at his
French record. Of course. They said the same thing about Neymar when he was there as well.
They look at the French record. They look at Neymar at Barcelona. Nobody's going to look at Marcus Rashford if he gets 10 Ligue 1 in the next 10 years. Nobody. This is it. But in my opinion, he needs to stay at Man United for his sake or move to another English club. Will Man United sell to another English club?
You see why the Arsenal thing I'm cooking on now?
If he goes to Arsenal, I guarantee you. But I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think Arsenal should take a risk on someone like that. It's too much of a risk. He's 26 years old. He's not a 21 years old.
A risk for who?
For Arsenal, not for Marcus Rashford. For Arsenal. It's a risk.
You're saying it's a risk, but it's actually not a risk because he's Premier League proven. He's shown the ability to score goals at a high level in the English Premier League.
He has an attitude, though. That's my problem.
No problem. There's many players who they say has an attitude, but when you're in the right club, that attitude isn't a thing anymore. Some people said Bellingham has an attitude. Look what he's doing at Madrid. Some people said Benzema had an attitude.
Yeah, but if Rashford, do you think if Rashford goes to Arsenal, he'd be a superstar there? Yes.
It's not about being a superstar. It's about looking at the market. Sometimes the market dictates what you do. This is something that I will have said before and I will continue to say. Me and you have had this conversation before. Available world-class strikers right now in the world is none.
But he's not world-class.
That's okay, but see, this is why you have to let me land. Available world-class strikers in the world, none. If you trust Kai Havertz to at least replicate his performances, one thing that you should do is just get a left winger that scores goals so you can lift the pressure off of Bukayo Saka. Yani, if Havertz gets his 10 to 15 goals, that's good. Then you get Saka 18 goals. You get, what's his name? You get Rashford to get you 18 goals. Khalas, that attack is good enough to win. That's the point.
Okay, can I ask you something? Who's 26 years old, Marcus Rashford, Jared Bowen, 27 years old? Who are you getting?
For Arsenal, Rashford, 100%.
Rashford.
Price? Yeah, Jared Bowen. Jared Bowen is one-footed. He can only play right wing. He cannot play anywhere else. He doesn't start.
Can play left wing.
Say that again?
Jared Bowen can play left wing.
No, it won't work. It won't work. He's too left-footed. You're not gonna put him in you're not gonna put him in Arsenal to cross the ball and to Havertz.
Jared Bowen doesn't have an attitude.
It's not about attitude, Mo. It's about the level.
By the way, do you think Marcus Rashford played for the team ever?
Yes, of course, he's played for the team before.
You think Marcus Rashford went to the pitch playing for the team?
The year before with Ten Hag, he had 17 goals. 1920, he had 17 goals. 2020, 2021, he had 11 goals. He's shown the ability to score goals before Marcus Rashford. If he could just replicate...
Bro, Martinelli had 15 goals last season. Season before he had... I'm going to check it, okay.
Yeah, and one guy played for Park the Bus Ten Hag, the other guy played for offensive Arteta.
They didn't park the bus last season.
Yes, they did.
Manchester United.
They were defensive. Mo, don't even try. They were defensive. You know they were defensive.
Man United last season.
Yeah, Man United, lad. Yeah, they were defensive, akhi. They were defensive. This is true. It's not even an agenda or anything. They were literally defensive. What are you looking at?
Anyway, they were defensive, Man United.
Yeah,
whatever you say. Yeah, they were 6 in
ball position. Man United played sexy football and he scored.
In last season, Man United were 6 in ball position in the league. So yeah, they were defensive.
Ball possession alone doesn't mean you play offensive football.
Yes, 100%. Which season? The season before this season, last season, they were defensive.
Ten Hag first year.
They were a defensive team. So they set
Yeah,
up
they were
as a
a defensive
defensive team.
Yeah, they were a defensive team.
Okay. All right then.
They were.
Okay, okay.
Listen,
Whatever you say. I'm
Rashford
not
is,
gonna argue this. I'm not gonna argue this.
Rashford is Premier League proven.
Bowen
And he's,
is a Premier League proven as well, isn't he?
yes, Bowen is Premier League proven, but
Oh, yeah.
you'd have to move.
And he
You'd
doesn't.
have to move Saka.
I am big on this attitude and Arsenal thing. I'm very big. I am very big on the attitude and Arsenal thing. Very big, by the way. The reason why, because I believe this team has togetherness.
Yes.
Has togetherness. And if you risk spending 80 million pounds on someone like Rashford, right? Someone like Rashford, and he comes and he's the superstar. He's one of the highest earners on the team, and they aren't going through him in the game, and he phases out in the game. Fans start getting annoyed with him. I think you're risking that transfer to fail. That's the difference between him and everyone else.
It's a risk, but if it's one of those risks that if it works, it will bang.
Yeah, but I think looking at the history of Marcus Rashford and how he articulate himself, how he set up himself on the pitch, I actually think Marcus Rashford at Arsenal might not play for the team. And I have to say one thing, actually. I actually think Marcus Rashford doesn't suit the way Arsenal play football, which is recyclable, the boring football you talk about. The recycle the ball, not being
Arsenal are boring, prefer.
Yeah, like not taking risks. Like Saka doesn't take risks. Havertz doesn't take risks. Marcus Rashford is a risky player. He takes risks.
Yeah, but that's what Arteta will coach him into doing.
That's what I mean.
Arsenal, he can change all of these things.
If the budget is X, you cannot spend half your budget on someone like Marcus Rashford. You shouldn't. Don't take a risk like this. Like, don't take a risk like that. Marcus Rashford, I don't think I don't think that risk. Arsenal aren't in a position to take a risk on someone like Marcus Rashford. Because if it doesn't work, you're fucked up. That's the thing. If it doesn't work, they fucked up big time. That's what I think. If the marquee signing as Marcus Rashford and it doesn't work, they fucked up big time. 100%. That's my opinion. Let me do this.
If it doesn't work out. The same thing they said about Havertz and he worked out.
Are you still raging about my IQ comment? Mo, I'm not at all safe.
By the way, you know who this guy is?
No.
This is the Terry Stalker, infamously.
I'm not.
Remember when they sent the video on the top 6 show? The Terry Stalker?
I don't know what is that. I actually don't know these stories. But safe, all I'm telling you, I'm not raging about at all. I'm done. I actually finished the show and just move on to the next one. I'm not gonna lose sleep over your comment. Thank you so much, Habibi. Thank you. But actually, your super chat started the conversation. That's a good way to use a super chat. See? It's a good way to use a super chat. To be honest with you, it wasn't that disrespectful. It was just banter. And it's just simple. I called you football thick, right? And you called me low IQ. Good super chat. Good
1-1.
1-1. That's it, safe. I'm being honest. As long as you're not disrespectful, I'm good.
By the way, you need to understand something about me and Mo. Keep the chat up. Mo. I want to say something to Safe and everyone watching us. You have to understand what separates me and Mo and Terry's like this. And there's probably more YouTubers like this on YouTube, so I don't want to generalize. What separates us is we're not sensitive. We really genuinely allow you to say, Husam's waffling, Mo's waffling, Mo doesn't know ball, Husam doesn't know ball. These things, they don't bother us. But when you start insulting and being personal, that's when me and Mo will say stuff like this, you know. I've even allowed people, when I went on Mo's stream before, to go like, Husam's a clown, shit like this. I let shit like this go, you know.
Allowing this khalas.
Yeah, khalas, because we're not sensitive as people, you know. We just allow people to just speak their mind and shit like this. As long as you're not disrespectful and you don't cross the line, khalas, adi. Like, you know, we're not that type of guy.
My mother in the chat, I'm like, I'm gonna get banned completely from the channel. Go watch someone else.
Fact. Don't speak about my mom. Big up.
Exactly. Like, I'm not gonna mention your mom. You don't mention my mom. Simple. Arsenal are a bigger club than Chelsea, of course. And now, Sam, you can admit that you were wrong in saying Liverpool have won major title more recently.
If that's your logic, akhi, not mine. How do you want to brush me with your logic, akhi? That makes no sense.
But Man United
My
are the
logic is
latest
everything
club to
is
win
a
a major
major.
trophy.
Let me explain to him. My logic is simply everything is a major trophy other than the Community Shield, because the Community Shield used to be shared, and factually, objectively, you don't need to win anything. You don't to compete in the Community Shield. 12 years ago, if the game ended in a draw, they would have shared the shield. That's not a trophy. And you don't need to win anything to qualify for it. The difference with the European Super Cup is you're either the Europa winner or the Champions winner. That's why it matters. It's a game that has a meaning to it, you know? So that's it. Now,
Guys,
if you're
there's
talking
about
about
over
significance and importance, the most important thing is the Champions League. Second is the league.
there's over 300 of you here. Wallah al-Azim. Yani, I am sitting here. I have been on the same chair, right, since 2:30 my time. It is 6:45, right? Yani, at least like the video so you can go to the next viewer. Yani, I'm doing the hard work. We're working. Judge Mo, Image Chef. Yani, come on. Like the video underneath your live chat. It's not like we're not asking you for money. I'm asking you to like the damn video. We're working hard. Come on. Come on now. Do it underneath your live chat. Husam can show you. Husam, US men's national team scored a free kick versus Allison. Tell Jacob to shut whatever. He said Vicario is better. I am annoyed. US men's national team versus Brazil. I don't know what that means.
Why can't I find MHF? What the fuck? One second,
Sam
Mo.
can't find MHF.
I'm a fucking owner of the channel.
You're fucking owner of the channel.
This hit the X button right here and the like button right here. See? Boom. Let's get to 100 likes ASAP.
Yeah.
Bro, wow. Breaking news. Germany conceded a goal when Oliver Kahn was in net. Italy conceded a goal when Buffon was in net. Spain conceded a goal when Casillas was in net. Bayern conceded a goal when Neuer was in net. Where do we go from here, Habibi? What kind of logic is this, Ash? I saw the free kick. That's a great free kick. That's not fucking Alisson's fault. Alisson started for Brazil. They won Copa America. So if he's a shit goalkeeper, they would have won it.
You're a shit goalkeeper. The shit goalkeeper.
Okay, bro.
Want you to say that. If you don't say that, you don't know ball.
He wants me to talk about fucking Alisson Becker in a bad way. Are you mad? Only goalkeeper at his level in the entire world is literally Courtois. No one else is even his level. Like, no one can even talk to him to begin with.
Anyway, the other one is Ivan Toney. How much does he improve Manchester United? What does that mean for Rasmus Højlund? Why are you looking at my soul like this? Can you just stop?
I'm not okay, so I can't even let you speak.
No, you're looking at my soul like.
I'm not looking at your soul. I'm looking at the fucking screen, brother.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Ivan Toney, to be honest, I think it's a fantastic signing for Manchester United if they get him. I don't know why freaking Spurs are not all over this. But here is my question: where would Man United get the money from if they aren't selling people? Like where? I don't
get your question, to be honest.
Like they say they don't have the money. How are they gonna spend 40 million here, 40 million there unless they sell big? And they aren't selling big.
Here's the thing. This is why, in the previous segment when you asked me about selling like Rashford and shit. Bro, this is why they need to make these sales. If a player says he wants to go, you don't want him, he doesn't want to stay.
Greenwood, by the way, Mason Greenwood is going to Juventus.
Yeah, habibi, okay, man, that's the point. خلاص, the player wants to leave. Okay, habibi, open the door for him, tell him leave, مع السلامة, done. That's just the reality of the situation. What Manchester United cannot do is keep people who don't want to stay. And whether it's Sancho, whether it's Rashford, whether it's anyone. Now, obviously, you're going to have to get the correct price tags for the people. You're going to have to get the correct money for the people, all that stuff. So we're not saying just sell them for anything. Yani, خلاص, for free, let the guy go. Of course not. All you have to do is, of course, you have to sell them for the right prices and shit. All I'm saying is, you have to make the right decision. You have to make the right decision if you're Manchester United, and you cannot keep people around that you don't want around. You get what I'm saying? So what you cannot do is just like, oh yeah, this guy, khalas, he scored many goals for Man United in the past, so let's just keep him forever. You cannot do this. You have to absolutely have to sell the players that deserve to get sold or wants to leave. And you have to raise the money somehow. And this is just the reality,
Yeah, this is what Man United need to do. They need to do the sales like what Chelsea did by selling the players to buy what they want. I just think that they shouldn't be trusted with Ten Hag there. This is the thing. I'm not sure. Manchester United said we aren't signing players above 25 and they're linked to Ivan
Are
Toney.
you sure you want to go to this pathway of hell again?
No.
Talking about Ten Hag and his
I'm
fucking
not talking about Ten Hag again. Come on. I'm not talking about Ten Hag. I'm done with talking about fucking Ten Hag. Tomorrow morning, I'm talking Conor Gallagher. I'm talking Maresca. I'm talking
The only thing that will prove whether you're right or wrong is next season. We will see. And I hope you're right, and I hope Man United absolutely suck. I don't want Man United to succeed. I want Man United to fail. But look, my opinion on Ten Hag still stands. I'm not.
more, more likely than
not.
He's gonna have another shit.
Wallahi, it depends who they sign. Simple as that. If they have a good transfer window, Ten Hag could literally.
What if
finish
they
in the top
like
four.
win games like what they won last season against the Brentford, like stealing games? What would you say then?
By the way, Lebo, I checked my YouTube. You're not banned. All fake news in the chat. You get me? You're definitely not banned. So yeah.
What if they like go play like shit football and steal games by like a goal penalty?
Listen, here's the thing. You need to understand. Ineos has actually played chess, not checkers. Because you need to understand something more. The one person that cannot lose in this equation is Ineos. Because they can tell the whole world now, we back Ten Hag. We back Ten Hag. Now, if Ten Hag succeeds, they backed him. If Ten Hag fails, they'll say we gave him enough chance and he just failed. So we had to move on. This is why, Mo, they had to play chess. Because if they gotten any manager through the door that did not work, then they would be looked at differently by the fan base. Like, yo, you're going to get this manager in, blah, 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 and he's not good enough, and he got us to this position. Camera, I will slap the shit out of you right now if you don't focus. Anyway, so he was like, yeah. Can't wait for my new setup, you guys. Inshallah soon. So, see how Kohli, like we told you guys, we accept banter. I gave him 3 warnings about the same topic now. Ban user and hide comments. Khalas, done. So now back to the same topic. When it comes to Ten Hag, the reality is he could succeed, he could fail. Only time will tell. But they need to get the right transfers in. They need to get the correct signings in more. Because we can sit up here and we can talk about Ten Hag and we can talk about De Zerbi and Rashford this and Bruno this and blah, blah, blah. Wallahi, all of this does not matter if they make the wrong signings. They need to make the correct signings. What did you tell me before we started? They want Ivan Toney. Okay, fantastic. That's a great signing. They've been linked to Catherine Turam, another great signing. They've been linked to Robinson from Fulham, another great signing. They've been linked to Inacio, another great signing. So it really depends who they are willing to sign. If they sign the correct players in the correct positions, they can make it to the top 4 easily. Who are you trusting to make it to the top 4? Maresca and Duran? They're like, what? Of course not. You have to trust the team that at least have done it before. So, yeah.
I think this Ten Hag thing can backfire big time, to be honest. Big time. Like
it can
massively. It can back. Like if they finish 7th, Ineos will look like idiots. Stupid.
How?
Giving him a new contract. I think that's what you're missing. I think that's the
how
point
they look like idiots.
Because they backed the guy when a lot of people told them that he's not good enough, when he regressed. I think that's what you are missing.
Not actually. I just told you the other scenario. I said if let's say they're 8th in January.
Yeah, that's
hold on. And they sack him, they don't look like idiots at all.
Yeah, they look like idiots. This is it. They look like idiots. I actually think them sticking with Ten Hag after the review, interviewing all these managers and not getting a manager and sticking with Ten Hag, right? If this backfires, which is more likely than not, this one might not work. I think they look like idiots. How would you back a manager and then sack him after 1 year or halfway through the season? You look like stupid.
Brother, if they fail,
Can I ask you something? Why, if Chelsea sack the guy, do they look like stupid? Maresca.
Yes, but that's different. Completely different. Because they sacked a manager that didn't deserve to get sacked. Like we're talking about circumstances.
And they kept a manager. Okay, and they kept a manager that deserves to be sacked. Same, bro.
Yes,
same, broski.
Keeping a manager that deserves to get sacked and making his role completely different, which is now you're going to coach the team, you're not going to make any transfers, and we're going to make the transfers, and we have specific targets, is completely different. Mo, this is the thing that I keep telling you, that you know, me and you won't agree on until next season we get the final result of all this. I always tell you, fixing the structure at the top is a lot more difficult than fixing
It's
anything
not.
else.
I don't think it is. This is the thing. I don't think it is.
Okay. Man United, they need a left back, they'll go sign a left
Broski,
back.
they went
They need
and
a centre
offered
back,
the
they'll go sign a centre back.
Husam Habibi.
Fixing the people who work up top
Husam
is different.
Habibi Husam. They went and offered the CFO of Manchester City a CEO. More likely than not, that's an easy choice. He's gonna take the CEO. It's a pay rise. It's a club that is bigger in terms of like revenue and exposure. They went and got someone from Southampton, Wilcox. The guys at Southampton. Fixing that is easy, is not hard. Getting these people isn't that hard. Like they didn't do something crazy, right? They literally went to these guys, offered them promotions. Signing the right player, getting the right coach to play the right football is very hard. It's the hardest part in football. I actually disagree with you completely. Getting a CEO, there is tons of CFOs around. Look, they can go and offer the CFO of Brighton a pay raise. Come run our club, CEO. That's so easy, because it's all about at that time. It's not about recruitment. It's about the money. It's about offering someone, like for let's say two companies. One is much bigger than the other one. They go and offer someone in a smaller company a promotion and more money. They would just logically they would go, because it's just it's a bigger
Yeah, but you're
room.
looking at it from a business perspective, not from a
Which
club
is, and
perspective.
all of these are all of these CEO, CFO at the end. And I need to understand something. Omar Barada is a CEO of Manchester United. That means this guy is responsible for running everything. The word CEO is Chief Executive Manager. This guy
Officer,
in front, huh?
officer.
Officer. This guy in front of the stakeholders and the shareholders, he is
Second
going to
line.
have meetings with them to justify his decisions. You know that Man United are a publicly traded company. That means there's a board of directors. This guy Omar Barada is gonna sit there and not answer about signing a player here or there. He's gonna answer to the shareholders about the share price. If the share price of Man United drop tomorrow, Omar Barada has to justify this in front of the shareholders, because their dividends are gonna get lower, their share price is gonna get lower. I
Okay,
think what
Mo.
people
Here's the
misunderstand is
thing.
that.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm telling you only time will tell. Yeah, let's wait for Man United's
Some,
first 2, 3 signings, and then we'll talk. You first started this segment. You even time-stamped it, asking about Ivan Toney. If they sign Ivan Toney, problem solved. If they
yeah,
sign Branthwaite, problem solved. They sign Olise, problem solved. They sign left back, problem solved. Yeah, let's wait and see. I'm not saying you're wrong. The one thing that you need to understand of what I'm saying, Mo, is I'm not saying Mo is wrong. I've never said you. Have I ever said we've had this probably the fifth conversation we've had about Ten Hag? So have I ever said you're wrong 100%? Never. And you have also said to me you're not wrong 100%. Only time will tell. Now the reason why I tell you Ineos don't look stupid is the following. Look at it from the two
I'm,
polar opposites.
yeah.
Ten Hag out, Ten Hag in.
I'm
Okay?
gonna
The
answer.
reason why they don't look stupid is, let's assume what you say is correct, and Man United are 8th in January. Hello? They have given Ten Hag the chance, and he has sunk the ship. Now they have every right in front of the entirety of the Man United fan base, whether you're Ten Hag in or Ten Hag out, to sack the guy.
Can I
So now
have
there will be everyone on their side.
I'm gonna tell you the argument. There is we are playing the F game, and AL. I'm gonna answer the question. The reason why we talk about if Ten Hag fail, because in Mo's opinion, we are all playing probability games. AL, for you to understand this, it's all about, does Mo think it's more likely that Ten Hag will fail or succeed? This is why Mo always talk about when Ten Hag fails. I don't know the future, right? There is no one that reads the future. He
And
might turn
Hussam
it
the
around.
opposite, by the way.
But Husam talks about if Ten Hag succeeds. Why? Because he thinks Ten Hag can turn it around. I think more likely than not, Ten Hag is not. I'm not doing it like views or click. I'm saying how I think. Let me just give you an example. Do I think Ange Postecoglou will succeed or fail at Spurs? I think more likely than not, Eric Ten Hag sorry, Ange Postecoglou will move forward with Spurs. That's why I think that. This is why I talk more about that aspect of Spurs. If you ask me about Maresca, I always stated a fact. I said Maresca is the unknown manager for me. But this is why I always talk about Chelsea's team. I never talk about the manager. You'll never hear me sit here and say, I think Maresca is going to succeed. I literally told Chez the other day and Ahmed on
This is
Rivals
true. He
Rumble,
actually speaks negatively about Maresca as well, to
I
be
say
honest.
Maresca is an unknown. I think the way Chelsea are going,
Not only
signing
that, he
Tosin-
says Maresca is more likely to fail also, by the way.
yeah, but I think if Maresca by October is 6th or 7th and they sack him and get Thomas Tuchel out of nowhere or get any other manager, the team, the way they are moving in the market, signing Tosin, linked to Olisi. Now, the Duran thing is a different story because I disagree with it. I'm going to keep it real.
We'll get
I'm
to.
gonna,
Yeah, we'll get
right?
to.
Right? We'll get to Duran. I say any other manager can work with these players because Chelsea team, if they get Olisi and Tosin, they addressed the Madueke thing on the right side. They have Nkunku, they have Jackson, and they're gonna get a midfielder. It's only 3 signings, same as Liverpool. Let's say I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna keep the same fucking energy for everyone. Let me just say that. Liverpool get Robinson, get a striker, get a midfielder. Arne Slot comes in by November. Liverpool are 6th. They sack him, they get Xavi. I believe Liverpool can go 3rd. Why? Because the team is good enough. So I keep the same energy for all of them. My problem with Manchester United, which is what Husam's point, I agree with him totally, right? Is that if they sign good players and they sack Erik Ten Hag in November and they get De Zerbi or they get anyone, they might work with that team. Here is where I come in and I disagree with Husam. I think Man United squad need a lot of work, more than the Chelsea team. This is where I disagree with Husam. I think 3-4 signings for Man United might not fix the team, especially with the Varane, Casemiro. They want to sell Wan-Bissaka.
Why is there a paper clip in your hand?
I don't know. It's right in front of me. There's a lot.
You
By the way,
really have a paper clip in
I'm
your
gonna
hand.
tell you something. I have Carrefour. What is it called? Cart coin. If people know what that is. Anyway, I have a lot of things. Look at this. I have this in front of me as well. I write on it. I have a mug thing right here. My point about this, if you guys understand the point, I'm really speaking logic here. Imagine if Liverpool get the 3 signings that Husam dreams of, right? If Liverpool tomorrow go and get Robinson and get a center back, a DM and a striker, okay? Arne Slot fails by November. Liverpool fire Arne Slot, okay? They get another manager. I think still Liverpool can recover from this. This is why I say Maresca is an unknown. If freaking Maresca, but here is the questionable thing with Chelsea. If Maresca 7th and the owner are stubborn.
By the way, this is gonna be the Chelsea fans next season, and this is the perfect segue, Mo. This is gonna be the Chelsea fans next season because you know that they are gonna defend Maresca to the point of no return. Chelsea fans have dug themselves a hole so deep that now
Not
anything
all of them.
that most of them that Maresca done so wrong.
Nina,
Nina, no. Nina can say Maresca out second game, and I
Miz, the other side of the coin, he said, I don't know.
Wonderful.
This can turn so...
The likes of Lewis and Ziad and Don and the guys that we work with, bro, they need to be the last person on YouTube to turn on Maresca. That's just genuinely
I'm
what
gonna
I think.
answer this person. You keep saying, I say if. Always ask yourself one thing. Anybody that says it's the if game, we don't know the future. I said it's unknown. My point about this, ask yourself a question. Is it more likely that Maresca turns out to be Pep Guardiola, okay, or turns out to be Graham Potter?
Also, there's an even bigger message to send here, like to Royal Obsidian. Of course, it's if, because it's the fucking summer transfer window. We are in the summer transfer window. Of course, the whole from now until August, everything is going to be if till we see with our own eyes. So do you want us to cancel YouTube? I don't need to do content until we see. But we have to give our opinions. By the way, last season I got the Spurs thing 100% spot on. I got the Liverpool thing 100% spot on. Arsenal, I said will win it. They could have won it at the end. I said City, Liverpool, and Arsenal title race. I said, I said there's a lot of things that I said that to happen, and a lot of things and certain things I said that didn't happen. Like Endo, I apologize for. I was like, okay, he's a serviceable Premier League DM. There's things that we have said, like McAllister. I was very happy. I was right on 100%. We are currently June 13th, 2024. Yeah, habibi, by definition, the conversation is going to be if. Because there is nothing certain. The league hasn't even fucking started. So, of course, it's going to be if. Be logical, habibi, with your like debate and stuff.
Chelsea tomorrow, get Duran. Don't get a right winger. Don't get another center back. Sell Conor Gallagher. I'm telling you, Chelsea, and khalas, done. So,
yeah.
But I don't know. This is what people don't understand.
Because it's an if.
The last thing I wanted to talk about
is Royal Obsidian. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Sean. Might as well never talk about football. Let's just do match reactions.
Jacob said Alisson was shit. I'm a Liverpool fan, Habibi. I'm telling you, Jacob is saying our goalie is crap. And the US men national team scored on him.
Oh, I get why you're pissed off.
Okay.
I get why you're pissed off now. I hear where you're coming from, my guy, Ash. I didn't look at it that way. I thought you're saying like we should listen to Jacob, but Jacob has Vicario, so he will forever run the Alisson agenda. It's just how it goes.
Man United will get 10th this year. With Eric Ten Hag, new system will be incomprehensible for Eric. Big mistake keeping him. No to Rashford. All right.
Why are you saying no to Rashford, Bermuda Gunner? I mean, you're one of actually the Arsenal fans who has been a lot more like calm when it comes to the Arteta situation. I've never seen you say Arteta out or anything crazy like that. I'm just saying to you something right now on a reel. What's stopping Marcus Rashford from signing to Arsenal and scoring 18 goals on that left-hand side? The massive positive is it alleviates all the pressure off of Saka. Saka has the pressure of all of Arsenal forward line on his back. That goes because Rashford's there. And you need that. He's there. He's there to help. I really think, look, Arteta could bring the best out of Rashford. If you do end up signing him, I think it's probably unlikely. By the way, Mo, I think it's probably unlikely that they sign him anyway. I don't think it's likely.
Yeah,
but if they do sign him, khalas, like they'll cook.
I actually think they should put their stock in a striker or something and maybe try to revive Martinelli on the left. That's what I think.
Okay, but don't you think Arsenal has too much of a good team to wait on someone to revive? Yeah, that's a bigger risk than signing Rashford, by the way. You know why? Because their whole season depends on whether Martinelli scores or not. Okay, no problem. Let's play the if game that Mo loves. Mo, if Martinelli doesn't score, they've waited the whole year.
I think Trossard can get them 15 goals, to be honest with you. From the left side. I genuinely think...
Why not get 15 goals from Trossard, 15 from Rashford, who's done it before twice, 17, and let Saka cook? Why not? It's win-win.
The money.
Here's the thing, Jamal. You're saying 400k, and Mo's saying the same thing. I'm sure, for a fact, I know this. And Mo, you have to acknowledge this, even though you don't think it'll be a smart signing. You know for a fact Rashford is gonna have to take a massive pay cut to go to Arsenal, صح?
Yeah, he will if he goes to Arsenal.
Of course. So you ain't gonna pay him 400 grand a week.
I don't think Rashford has the mentality to take a pay cut after he signed a new contract last season. See? I don't think Marcus Rashford has the mentality to take a pay cut to sign for Arsenal next season.
If he does cut and goes to Arsenal, it shows me that everything you said about attitude, khalas, it's out the window.
It's out the window, yeah.
Yeah, because he really wants to play for Arsenal. So if Rashford accepts a contract at Arsenal, 200 grand a week, half his wages, what will you say?
Half his fucking wages.
If he accepts 200 grand a week, then
I'm going to call him an absolute stupid guy to cut his wage.
There you are. Man, he cannot win. So if he reduces it, he's stupid. If he keeps
I'm gonna say you're an absolute idiot to cut your wage in half after you signed for Manchester United.
Then in your mind, basically Rashford cannot win. Okay.
He cannot win, 100%. He cannot win.
At least you're honest about it, to be fair.
Yeah. He signed a new contract. This is why I'm saying Rashford has to stay at Man United. This is why. But I'm very consistent. I said Rashford has to stay at Man United. They make it work. This is I said that from the beginning. This Duran thing is we kind of like literally killed it on Al Ahwa. I don't want to dwell on it. Here is my thing.
Yeah, let's talk about it for like 5 minutes before we wrap up.
I'm gonna say one thing. If Chelsea sign Duran, they aren't signing another forward.
By the way, Mo, sorry to interrupt. I would genuinely want you to explain to the Chelsea fans because they think I have a Chelsea agenda because you're hurt that Caicedo went to Chelsea. So you go ahead, tell them their opinion.
If Chelsea sign Duran, they are gonna rely on Nkunku, Duran, and Jackson up top. One of Mudryk, Sterling, Olise, Palmer is gonna play. Palmer is gonna play at 10. Madueke as well. I genuinely think I actually can take a bet that Chelsea, if they sign Duran and Olise, they won't sign another striker. They will not. Unless they sell Nkunku.
Bro, Chelsea fans live in cuckoo land. They really think they're going to sign Duran and another striker. Who's this
and
other
Olise,
magic?
And Olise. So they think in this window, Chelsea are going to sign 3 attackers. Duran,
This
40 million.
striker that
Olise, 60 million. And another attacker that will cost 60 million pounds, plus a midfielder, plus a centre back, plus Wallahi, Royal Obsidian. If you go for Alvarez and Duran and Olise, I think that changes the whole game. But I don't think it's going to happen, though.
Then Maresca really should challenge for the title.
Maresca should challenge for the freaking league.
Maresca really should challenge it, you know?
If they sell Sterling, though, changes the equation. If they are able to sell Modric...
Remember the Rashford problem? But Sterling has that problem, and he's like 7 years older.
If they sell Modric, that changes. But I am not going to... I can't sit here.
I'm not saying all Papa Beard. I've always acknowledged there are people who call out Boli, who call out the way their club is run. And all I've wanted, genuinely on a real, is just Chelsea fans come out and say, we don't agree with everything your club does. Brother, I'm a Liverpool fan. Mo knows the wars I've went through. I've already said I don't agree with everything my club does. It's okay. Mo does not agree with everything Inter does. It's okay.
Cooked people on Twitter when
there is nothing wrong with that, baby.
I said you're cooked.
Come out in this chat and say, listen, I don't want Duran. I think he's a step back from what we need. What do you think? We're gonna ban you or something? You're gonna get banned from YouTube? You won't. Yeah, maybe express your opinion. If you think Duran's a good signing, express it. He's just not a good signing. Simple as.
Duran is a good signing if he is the understudy for real. Like if you get Julian Alvarez and Duran, we're gonna sit here and clap for you. I promise you, Husam.
No, then he becomes the understudy to the understudy to the understudy.
I think Husam even is gonna sit here and say, "Yeah, Chelsea did a good business. You got a young
player." Of course, if they sign Alvarez, 100. Bro, I said
if they sign Alvarez and Duran. We're sitting here saying Chelsea, you're geniuses.
They signed Tosin Adrabayo. I said good signing because it's for a free. He's in his prime. He's a Premier League proven defender. Good signing. People think I just hate on Chelsea. I don't. If you sign Ivan Toney tomorrow, I'll say good signing. Simple as, bro. It's not even that deep. I just don't get Chelsea fans sometimes. They're always mad.
25 million, as Rust in Peace say, and you get Alvarez, you get Olise. Now you're cooking. You're literally cooking.
Yeah.
You have a youngster, 20 years old, that can develop. You have Jackson, you have Julian Alvarez, you have Olise, you have Palmer, you have Nkunku. Now you're cooking. Now it's all about getting rid of Sterling or Modric.
Now you're cooking for real.
Like for real. But I don't think it's going to happen though, because it's not realistic. Well, Husam Bardo has to be. Husam cannot sit here and be not realistic. Husam cannot sit here and tell me we're going to keep Diaz, we're going to keep Nunes and sign 2 strikers.
Of course.
He'll be deluded then.
That's why I wanted him gone.
Like Husam, if Husam sit here, right, and tell me, by the way, Mo, next season we'll have 5 strikers. We're keeping everyone. And we're signing Ivan Toney and we're signing a left winger. People are going to look at him as like, what?
We have to sell at least one of them and Damar for us.
How is that even going to happen? Chelsea fans want us to believe they're going to keep everyone with Chok, and they're going to sign Duran, and they're going to sign a striker and Olise. How many people are going to keep on your bench then? What is happening here? And by the way, Chelsea just signed an 18 years old from Brazil. By the way, 7 million pounds. You don't know that? Do you know that?
Yeah, I saw it because Lewis messaged in the group chat. He's like, wow, we signed another Ronaldinho.
They have too many Ronaldinhos.
La ilaha illallah.
There's too many Ronaldinhos, people. That's fantastic. But listen, this is about it. There is nothing else.
I want to put up this comment first before we put up the one
Oh,
before that.
we have 2 super chats.
Why do you guys hate Chelsea? Honest question. Mo, tell them why you hate Chelsea so much. Apparently, as an Inter fan, tell them. Oh, you hate Chelsea so much, Mo. Tell them.
How do I hate Chelsea?
Well, I don't know.
Lately, it has been going this. It has been going like this on YouTube for me. For me specific, I'm talking about myself.
And
if I say something positive about Chelsea, everyone, Arsenal fans, Liverpool, Mo is a secret Chelsea fan. And then I come up with another opinion about Chelsea. Another, like for example, I said about the Olise signing and the Tosin, they're great. Mo is a secret Chelsea fan. And I said Olise would choose Chelsea over Man United. Why you are a Chelsea fan? Then I say Duran is a bad signing. Why do you hate Chelsea? Liverpool the same. I say something about Liverpool that is good, and then I say something about Arne Slot. Why do you hate Liverpool? Yeah, I say my opinion no matter what. I don't hate Chelsea.
Well, that's all.
I do not hate Chelsea. I don't care at all. I will sit here and tell you my opinion. That's why I'm putting.
Listen, let's just say it as it is. Me and Mo both said Tosin's a good signing. Fuck all that. Big up to my guy Ash, who says, gracias guys. Husam, he pissed me off because Mike Das is not representing LFC. This Copa is between Argentina and whoever, right? Big up Messi. Listen, whoever wins the Copa America doesn't add to Liverpool's trophy cabinet, you get me? So anyway, it doesn't really matter like that. I hear where you're coming from, to be fair. You know, obviously, I always want the Liverpool players to do well because it helps, you know, with us. You know, maybe if Colombia win Copa America, then they can finally, you know, maybe they can finally sell Luis Diaz for like 80 million or something. I would celebrate the fuck out of that sale right there. So, yeah, that's what I'll say. Like, for me, listen, whoever win Copa America doesn't matter. And when it comes to you know the what's it called? The Vicario thing, I told you, it's just because he knows Allison is clear. Simple as that. Big up to you, Ash. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you to Bermuda Gunnar as well. Thank you to Gilno. And thank you to you, Joe Shields, despite you think we're Chelsea haters. Guys, I don't want you to go anywhere. Stay here because we have a brother that's going live right now that I want you all to be in his chat. I will be in his chat right now. I want you to spam MHF raid. Copy paste this right now. MHF raid. That's it. Nothing crazy. Just spam in his chat MHF raid. We're going to be redirecting to brother Ahmed, who's live right now, 1 a.m. grinding, trying to get to 1K subscribers. He can only get there with you guys' help. Go over there to Ahmed's chat. Spam MHF raid. Big up to you, Mo. Big up to all of you guys. And we'll see you guys tomorrow, inshallah.